Deltarune, Chapter 4, is a beautiful story. A story that will continue to be written by Toby Fox, yes, but also by the characters and each and every one of us. Because Chapter 4 teaches us, the player, but also Susie, our main character, many lessons. Lessons that the antagonists of our story are yet to learn. The character that teaches us these lessons is none other than one of the best characters in Deltarune, Gerson Boom, the old man. Gerson's personality is not just the wise old man. He's not just a badass. He's not just snarky. He's not just a hero and adventurer and writer. He's also always trying to help others and teach them his knowledge from his many years of adventures. When we first meet him, he teaches Susie to have patience and persistence, never giving up. We see that in everything he does, from taking a long time to walk, to the beautiful scene where he shows her that she can use healing magic. She can be the person she wants to be, and her role isn't set in stone. She can change it. We also see him teaching persistence when he helps our heroes against the Titan. But rewinding a bit, Gerson destroys a prophecy panel in front of Susie, not saying that it is wrong, but just telling her that it is an interpretation of a story. One of my favorite lines in the game is something he says in this scene. We were following that prophecy so closely, I couldn't see where we were going. Obviously hinting that you should create your own future instead of listening what other people tell you your future is going to be. And importantly, later during his boss fight, he tells Susie that every story can be rewritten, and that her story can be rewritten as well. How? With hope. These lessons, never giving up, being yourself, changing fate, all have one thing in common: how they are achieved. They are accomplished by having hope crossed on your heart, using the white pen of hope to carve a new future for yourself and the ones you care about. Because these things are easier said than done, but if you have hope you can never give up, you can achieve them. However, as we see, the prophecy tries to tell our heroes who they are and how their story will end. And our heroes grapple with the idea that they can't change the future. In fact, I'd argue a key part of multiple characters is focusing on the past. Rather than being focused on changing their futures and improving, they're so focused on the past and reliving that past. Mainly Carol Holiday, Chris, and Asgore. Other characters like Smampton and Jevil are tormented with bitterness because of their past. In fact, whether he knew it or not, hope was the thing that Smampton was looking for, and his focus on his past woes and lack of hope in his future was the reason why he couldn't achieve his ever-desired freedom. In Chapter 3, Tenno tries so hard to get things back to how they were, how they used to be, when they used to be a family and watch TV together. Then, at the end of the chapter, Susie takes the little bit of hope that she gained from Toriel and her friends and teaches it to Tenno. I truly believe that in Chapter 5 something similar will happen. The 7 flowers will represent aspects of Asgore's life, of his past, that he misses. That is the asylum he is trapped in, the asylum of the past, desperately clinging to it and trying to get things back to how they were. In essence, they have no hope for the future. But in Chapter 4, Susie is taught this hope by Gerson, and that the future can be different, but it can also still be good. Speaking of using hope to write your own future, Gerson's relationship with his son Alvin is a perfect showcase of why Gerson is such a brilliant character. As he is not perfect, he uses his second chance at life to write a letter telling Alvin that he was proud of him. The reason he never showed up to church to support him was because he wanted to carve his own path and write his own story, take charge of his own future. But he also says that he is sorry he never made that clear, and he was so consumed by his own story. Gerson Boom is a brilliant character, and the lessons of Deltarune are perfectly embodied in him. This idea of having hope crossed on your heart and using that hope to create a new future, one not determined by others, one determined by you, and one that you want, one that you are proud of. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. This is what Deltarune is. The story of creating your own story. That is why Deltarune is beautiful.